Hello, my fellow viewers. Welcome to Mr. Wanyeke, the digital learning platform. In front of you is Mr. Wanyeke himself, a biology teacher, and I'm going to present a genetic topic which happens to be a continuation of the previous work which I had already covered in the previous lesson. In today's work, I'm going to go to the sub topic of mutation. And I would like to define mutation. Mutation refers to a spontaneous change in the genetic makeup of an organism. And therefore, as far as a mutation is concerned, there are several characteristics that I'm going to explain today. That is the trait of having, that is color blindness. We have another one like we have hemophilia, tuft hair. All these are the characteristics that are found in a mutation, or that represent a mutation. As far as the types of mutation are concerned, we have two types of mutation. And as far as mutation is concerned, I have already defined it as a spontaneous change in the genetic makeup of a living organism. And as far as the types of mutations are concerned, types of mutation are concerned, we have the first one. It is called chromosomal mutation. And the second one, we have gene mutation. So we have two types of mutation. We have chromosomal mutation, gene mutation. Those are basically the two types of mutation that I'm going to cover with you in the course of this subtopic. And I'm going to start with the first one, that is chromosomal mutation. And chromosomal mutation involve a change in the structure or the number of chromosomes in a given organism. And therefore, the kind of mutation that involve the change in the structure or the change in the number of chromosomes in a given organism is what we refer to as chromosomal mutation. And therefore, I'm going to go directly to the types of chromosomal mutation. Chromosomal mutation. There is an omission of TA mutation. And the first one that I'm going to deal with, we have deletion. The first one is deletion. The second one, that is duplication. And the third one, we have the inversion. And the fourth one, we have translation. And the fifth one, we have non-disjunction. So these are the basically 5 types, and therefore you can have it being viewed well. We have 5 of them. Those are the types of chromosomal or mutation. We have the first one, deletion, duplication, inversion, translation, and finally non-disjunction. And therefore we are going to look at each and every one of them each at a time, and I'm going to explain how each type of chromosomal mutation occurs. And to start with, I'm going to start with deletion. The first one is deletion. And as far as deletion mutation is concerned, this occurs when some section of the chromatid break off and fail to reconnect to any of the chromatid. And therefore, as far as deletion is concerned, it involves the breaking of a part of a chromatid, and after breaking, it fails to reconnect to any of the chromatid which are there in the living organism. And in this case, the chromosome or mutation, the section is said to be deleted, and therefore this is what we refer to as deletion. An example, I can have this these are the genes which are found in that chromatid B, C, D, and we have E. And therefore, you find that as far as deletion is concerned, you find that the part which is represented by genes D and E breaks off this part which is here. This part it will cut off, and it is lost completely. And therefore, once it is lost completely, it means that this is the original chromatid, and therefore the final chromatid will be like this. And therefore, it will be having 3 genes, that is A, B, C. And therefore, you can see the part which was represented by D and E has been cut off and lost completely, and lost completely. And therefore, in this case, this kind of mutation, it will alter the base sequence as far as the base is concerned. And therefore, as far as those genes which are lost, it means that some of the protein which was supposed to be manufactured will not be manufactured, and therefore there are some features which will be lost. Protein will not be manufactured, and this result to mutation. To the second type, that is duplication. Duplication. And as far as duplication is concerned, a section of chromatid replicates and adds an extra length to itself. What I mean, the part of the chromatid, it normally replicates and also adds an extra piece to itself. For example, we can have the chromatid being like this. For example, I can still use the original chromatid having A, B, C, D, and also E. And what normally happens is that this part which is here, that is D and E, it is the one which is going to replicate itself. And therefore, in the resulting new chromatid, it means that we will be having the genes arranged as we have A, we have B, we have C, we have D, and also DE. The DE part replicate. It replicates, and therefore it repeats itself, and therefore we'll be having D and E. And therefore you can see that there is another, assuming that this is a codon, that is ABC, and also DED becomes a different codon, and DED was not there, and meaning that a new type of protein is manufactured, and this new type of protein which is manufactured is the one which will bring a different trait as opposed to the original parents. And therefore this is also a base of chromosomal mutation. To the third one, I'm going to look at inversion. I'm going to look at inversion. And as far as inversion is concerned, a given section of a chromatid breaks at 2 points. Chromatids will break at 2 points, and the middle piece normally rotates through an angle of 180 degrees, and on rejoining it reverses the gene, and therefore this is also a basis of chromosomal mutation. And therefore I can give an example. I can have the same chromatid, and therefore I have the genes here. We have A, we have B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E, yeah, like that. And as far as the middle piece is concerned, for example, we can say that at this point we have the chromatid breaking, and it breaks at point X, and also it breaks at point Y. Therefore, you can see there is breaking at point X and also at point Y. And therefore, you can see that the genes which are involved as far as this kind of mutation is concerned is C and D. And therefore, if after it breaks, it will form something like this, and the middle piece will break off like that, and therefore we'll be having an E here. We have a D, we have a C, and here we have a B, and also we have an A. And therefore, this middle piece, it is normally rotate through an angle of 180 degrees, and therefore on rejoining on the final chromatid, the final chromatid will be like this. We'll be having A, B, D, C. You can see that D is the first one, followed by C, and finally we have an A. And therefore, you can see that this is a chromatid, a new chromatid, where the genes have already been reversed, and therefore, as far as this type of chromosomal mutation is concerned, that is inversion. That is how it normally takes place, and therefore it will lead to mutation. And the fourth one, we are going to look on translation. Translation. And as far as translation is concerned, a section of one chromatid break off and becomes attached to another chromatid, part of a non-homologous pair. And therefore, in this case, we can have it this way. We can have it the original one, A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, and E. And therefore, this part here, this portion here, it breaks off. This portion, it breaks off. And therefore, after this portion breaks off, it will become connected. It will become connected. I can write an arrow here. It will become connected to a different one. I can have F, a non-homologous pair, F, G, H, and therefore it will become connected to it, and therefore what will be the final one? And therefore the non-homologous pair, that is F, G, H, and also it becomes connected to the piece which broke, and therefore the piece which broke is represented by D and E. There we have D and E, and therefore, as far as this kind of mutation is concerned, that is a translation. As far as chromosomal mutation is concerned, it is translation, because a section of a chromatid break off and become attached to another chromosome, but which is not from the homologous pair, and therefore it is a non. It becomes attached to a non-homologous pair, and therefore this kind of chromosomal mutation is what we refer to as translation. We have come to the end of today's lesson. Your presenter was Mr. Wanyuike, and you can view me on YouTube, and also you can search me using the name Mr. Wanyuike, and also you can reach me through the number which I'm going to write here. That is positive 254. That is the Kenyan code. Then we have followed by number 2724 901 639, and therefore for more information you can always dial this number so that you can have adequate information from me. Till next lesson, bye bye.